What's going on YouTube? Modeling that back at you with part 2 of the B17 build. So as it sits right now, got the primer laid down, still a little wet, so just wearing the gloves so I don't get my hands all primered up. But I got the gun mount put into place, all of the stuff that's going to be in a interior green color. Went ahead and also did a little bit of scratch building. So this is the top guide rail for the window that comes with the kit, but then I utilized just a little bit of copper wire. I don't have the exact gauge, but just a supply that I picked up. I think I found in an old box of stuff at my parents'. You know how that goes with tools. You get stuff and then never get rid of it. But went ahead and cut individual pieces out down this line here for one of the pipes that would have run, as well as for the top here. One of the other things that's very noticeable with the interior of a B17 is all of the control wires. I also have a spool here of just some thin gauge wire. Again, don't exactly have the gauge because it's not written on it. If you really want, I can post a comment down below. I'll grab out my micrometer and I can let you know exactly how thick, but it's actually really pretty nice because it will look really pretty realistic, because again, it is just metal wire at the end of the day. Once I get this all painted up and ready to go. Beyond that, I've got the base out, just a little 4x4 inch plinth. Got it stained. I need to now get the gloss coats onto it, a few of those. I am going to also try something on the bottom. I got some old pool table felt that I'm going to take and get out and grab down some adhesive, spray adhesive, spray it on the back of this, and try putting some felt on the bottom of it just to spruce it up, make it a little extra nice. But overall, I like the way that that looks. So that is ready to go. And size-wise, I think it's a pretty good size comparison. Make sure I don't put any primer on that. But nice little size. All of the individual pieces here for the supports for the walkways, those are all glued into place. Again, super glue into place. And then what I went ahead and did was took a Flory sanding stick. I have one out. So a Flory sanding stick, just went long ways down it, flatten them all off and stuff like that. That was the easiest way to get a nice level on both sides. It was a little tricky figuring out exactly where those were going to go, because the instructions for these Verlinden kits are, for lack of a better phrase, absolutely atrocious. They really show you very, very little other than just broad, generalized locations for where things go. So again, looking at the instructions, it shows you actually putting the support pieces on the two sides and then putting them into place. And here it shows kind of the reverse of that. So absolutely hated that. So I went ahead and just kind of used the image off of the box art here just to kind of get the basics of where it needed to go, again up near that supporting beam and stuff like that. So it's absolutely annoying that, you know, they didn't include better instructions with it. However, by it being a resin kit and things like that, like, you almost kind of have to expect it, because they would expect the modeler to be very knowledgeable of, you know, the subject matter that they're building. So I can kind of see it from both sides, but to say that it's a little annoying is kind of an understatement. But I digress. Also got the ammo boxes. This one had a nice sink mark in the top, so tried filling it with some super glue. Obviously that did not work, so I'm going to grab out some filler, get that on. Went ahead and got the door primed here. Debating if I want to go ahead and try to put in a piece of clear acrylic sheet. I do have some clear sheet, so probably I'll go ahead and do that, because again, that would have actually been a window. Got the two parts, or the multiple parts for the gun. Sadly, one of the mount parts for one of the handles was broken, so kind of improvised another piece. So if you look at it straight on, it looks a little funky, but I'm gonna call that battle damage from, the gunner on this side was the one that got hit, so that's just kind of what I'm going with. Sometimes with these resin kits, you deal with the hands that you're dealt. So also got the other ammo box into place, as that does not want to stay up. There we go. So I got the other ammo box done here. This one's actually really in nice shape. Little hole drilled on the back side, the blind side, just to put it on the peg. You can really see the level of detail in the figures, though. All of the buckles, the belts, everything like that. The filler that I used, again, first time utilizing it, actually worked fairly well. A little bit of sinkage, but I think it'll still work good enough. So have that, and you can see the amount of detail on the faces. And the second figure here, and this one actually I didn't have. This one had a pretty sizable gap, and there's not really any shrinkage at all. So yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with that Vallejo putty. Again, first time using it, so we'll see. Give it a few months, see if it opens up a nasty gap. But in either case, I just wanted to post a quick update for you guys, let you know where I was at on the build, and that way you can see that we're progressing further. If you're wondering about the black marks on this, so went ahead and tried to rivet this. I think in some areas you can kind of see it. Let me try to focus. You can kind of see it there. I think it'll be subtle enough that it'll actually look pretty good. Panels aren't the greatest. I'm still trying to get scribing down, or rescribing of materials. Luckily, that's going to be the blind side of this kit, so I think it'll work out fairly well. But also get some extra weathering, stuff like that. But you can see it, riveting actually went on pretty well. Kind of free-handed here towards the bottom, and I think that's actually my best work with the riveting wheel. Just lining it up with the inside bracing pieces. Every about third or fourth one here, went ahead and just ran a rivet line down. So not exactly the best work in the world, but again, first time doing it, come out pretty good. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Again, like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. If you know anybody who would like this type of content, definitely feel free to share the link, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.